How's everybody? Dr. Katka here for our sunset musing. It is Thursday the 29th and it is the end of the month. I am going to do a end of the month of July, beginning of August video soon, because it is really important that we understand that we're moving into a whole different energy and frequency. And what I want to talk today is the sun is behind clouds. The clouds are absolutely stunning. I mean, look at this. This is a painting that we could not have made a better one, right? So we'll just enjoy the sunset today as I share. Oh, and there's a lightning. So I'm going to move a little bit so we can enjoy the lightning. And what I want to talk today is, let's talk about hope today, because what I'm seeing, patients coming in, they are leaving with hope. And what that tells me is, that there is not enough of it in our medical world, i.e., we're mostly told how our body needs this and needs that and how it doesn't function well, and that most of our symptoms are long-term and we need this and that. And even after that, it is a long-term kind of a hopeless event. I don't know if you've experienced that or if anybody who you know has experienced that. It actually, it creates a lot of powerlessness in our organism. It kind of starts shutting down our nervous system and the flow of, blood flow, lymph flow. When we get into this constricted, anxious, fearful states, that's just physiologically proven. That's just basic physiology. So how do we shift that when we don't really know, is my body capable of healing? And so what I'm going to tell you today, if you don't have hope, let's talk about that. Borrow mine, borrow my faith, borrow my hope, because I have seen absolutely remarkable recoveries when it comes to our human body's capacity to come back from something so terminal, so unhealable, that it actually blows my own mind. And the speed with which it happens is equal to the dedication and determination we put into us working with our bodies. So it does not come from a pill. It does not come from an external resource, although it's extremely important when we do put in our bodies. It literally comes from a simple decision that I know there is more to my body than what I've been told. I know my body is strong and it can heal, and I'm going to do something about it. And if I can find it on my own, I will. If I need help, I'll find the help. But that's where it starts. And after that, we just keep sticking with it and we start doing basic things one after another. I told you about a gentleman yesterday, or whenever we shared that. After a few treatments, his lungs are clean from emphysema. It's that's unheard of. So how is that possible? We just supply to the body what it needs: oxygen, hydrogen. We helped with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide treatment, and the body has healed. How do you explain that? Let's think about it that way. The prime directive of our organism is homeostasis. Homeostasis is a place of well-being where everything functions. When we are out of balance, when we're out of homeostasis, the body relentlessly tries to bring us back. And here is how it could look. It could look like migraines. It could look like headaches. It could look like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. All of those could look like nausea, abdominal pain, vomiting, you name it. These symptoms are actually our body trying so hard to bring us back to homeostasis. Hey there, Cliff. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you are such an inspiration, really. It's the understanding that the body is speaking to us. And what I want to do in this time of still lots of turmoil in medicine and still patients coming in fear and being told certain things, and us, we're being asked to believe certain things. I just had a young lady today, and oh my goodness, she's coming asking, could you help me I'm at a job and they're requiring this shot and I need to have it. Except at 18 years old, she's 24 right now, 18 years old, she had to go abroad to university. She was made to do certain vaccinations, like meningococcus and hepatitis B and all that. She got so sick after. This brilliant valedictorian, her brain stopped functioning. She had to learn how to write. I mean, this is not stuff we make up, you guys. We have seen this. Like, when you see naturopathic doctors or alternative doctors coming forward, we're not making this stuff up. We have seen this. We have seen patients respond adversely to so many things that are considered normal. And some of the reactions are lasting. Some of the reactions, a lot of them have actual long-term effects. So the idea for, speaking up and sharing this with a larger population is, once it's done, it's harder to undo it. So the reason for all of this is, let's take our power back and let's support the body. How do we do that? Besides enjoying this beautiful sunset. Hello there, so true. Thank you so much. Well, you would know that, right? You have been through that. You have been told to do certain things and your body just, and it's like one dose, one shot for all. That's not how we work. That's not how we work. These shots, these dosages have been made for primarily to work at the elderly population. So we need high dosages. We need high amounts of stuff to make it seemingly work. And we're giving the same to children. That is not how it works. We're giving the same to young adults. That is not how the body responds. We gotta honor the individuality of our organism, just like nature does for every being out there, right? So what do? Instead of getting lost in the powerlessness and hopelessness, how do we come back to hope? Well, we could borrow it from somebody for time being, somebody who has been through it, who has seen what the body is capable of, and then we can also start doing things to start trusting our organism, to start bringing us back. From day one, remember, I have been in medical school for 10 years, 20 years of practice. Already as a kid, I was going behind these little patches. Somebody was growing parsley there and little baby daisies, and I was eating all of that. It's like my body knew that this is just delicious nutrients for my organism. And as this little kid eating it, and the neighbors looking at me like, you shouldn't eat that, and I just laughed big time, smile on my face and munching on it from 5 years old. Our children know, we know as innately what we need, and then it's kind of sort of lost, forgotten. We're being told what to do. But the way we come back, the way we start trusting our bodies, we start going back to what makes more sense. Does it make more sense to have sausage and eggs in the morning that are heavy and filled with, acidic things in there that our body has to deal with and use lots of energy? Or am I going to have a lemon water and a celery juice to help the body offset the weight and the stagnation that has been happening for many years? I just had a beautiful conversation with a patient today, and he was like, why would I... By the way, this is so beautiful, so I'm just going to let you enjoy that. The cactus there with the sunset setting behind. Why would I want to stop? So I'm trying to get rid of carbohydrates, so I need to go on a carnivore diet, just like a ketogenic diet, right? I need to get on a veggies and lots of meat diet, and I need the protein. And I'm like, okay, that is one way to look at it. And if we have high fat in our bloodstream to begin with, high cholesterol to begin with, if we have fatty liver, which if you haven't had abdominal ultrasound, please ask your doctor to prescribe that for you. It's a simple, non-invasive test that will help you to take a look at your liver. I am seeing more and more people without even knowing about it with fatty liver. And what does our medicine do? Oh, it's okay, everybody has it, it's normal. Well, it really is not. Our liver is overloaded with fat that is unable to digest, process. It's oftentimes unhealthy fat. So what does the body need? Okay, if And remember, carbohydrates turn into fats in our food, right? So when we eat a lot of carbohydrates, they are being stored as fats. That is so important. So if we have a river that's filled with high fat, when I do blood draws, you can actually see the fat floating in the bloodstream. How can that be healthy? That takes a lot for our organism to process it, break it down, and it ultimately has to store it somewhere. So what do? Let's get abdominal ultrasound, let's get basic blood work, and let's get in a place where we decrease. So if you think about the river of blood, right, our lifeline, first we decrease the amount of fat in the blood, which is the easiest way is we stop putting them in. What happens naturally once we stop plugging up our pathways, our bloodstream with things that literally plug it up, whether it's high protein, high fat diet, the body absolutely naturally, without us having to do anything, starts clearing the storage, starts clearing everything that it has to put aside, had to store in the liver, had to store everywhere else. It starts clearing it naturally. So all the body needs, it needs space, it needs room, it needs nutrients, and it needs for us to stop plugging up the river, right? So we can choose to do it very slowly. We can take a little, bucket and start getting the fat out of the river one by one. Or we can do a massive cleanse, or we just open the dam and flush the fat out, and few weeks later, our bloodstream is clean, our fat numbers on the blood work come. It's a beautiful invitation. It's the cheapest test you can do. Do your lipids and do your liver enzymes and do your ultrasound. Do that before and then do a beautiful cleanse and check it again after. Nothing better than you seeing for yourself how capable the body is of healing. So I told you already, I'm going to do this for myself because I am so excited. You heard me talk, this is backwards, but the Cleanse to Heal Medical Medium, it's the best textbook you can have right now for your organism. He talks about something called the 3-6-9 cleanse, where it's simply what we do instead of fasting, because that is a high stress on our adrenal glands, and then we have to push the adrenaline from the adrenal glands, which gets stored in the liver, and we're kind of going backwards instead of forward a little bit. So instead of doing that, we put only cleansing food in our organism for 3, 6, 9 days. It's so simple. The most empowering thing we can do is help us witness what our body actually can do when we give it the right nutrients. So if you want to join me, we start on the 1st. You really want to have the book, get it on Amazon. You get it overnight. It's a 50% off. I saw it's like $16. It's worth it. I had a patient come to me and she said, I got the book. You didn't tell me it's a textbook. You guys, it's a big book. But you don't have to read the whole thing. We just need to have the part about the cleanse, okay? It's like, you forgot to tell me it's a textbook. I'm like, yes, it is, because there's a lot of information in there. He is ahead of his game, meaning so many people have recovered just by doing food. And I told you, I see it every single day. You don't even have to get on supplements, all right? So we'll start on the 1st. The first 3 days is like a prep time. The second phase is another 6 days, and then the last, actually 3 days, and the last 3 days, so it goes in 3, 3, and 3. It just gets kind of cleaner and cleaner and cleaner as we go. As simple as that. And you can choose to redo it over and over, or you can choose to be complete by day 9. It's the most empowering and hopeful thing one can do, is let us see what our body can actually do for us. So I'll do it with you. Let's get ready for the book. I'll be back on the 1st, and then we'll do 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th. How about that? All right? So I'll send you a link to it, or you can just go on Amazon and put Cleanse to Heal, and you'll be able to get it. And I'm so excited because I can't wait to hear your stories. I can't wait to get plugged in, and I can't wait for us to feel hope again as to what our bodies can do. Sounds like a plan? All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'll see you Sunday the 1st. Take good care. Bye.